All right, looks like we good, my friends. Looks like we good. Oops, no. We good, my friends. Yep, there's my echo. All right, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Let's get her going. Let's get her done. Let's start rocking out here. I'm gonna just go ahead and, as usual, man, I'm gonna start tagging some folks here. We're gonna get this party started, get things fired up. All right, get things fired up and ready to roll. Boom, 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 boom. As you guys tune in, please, please, please do me a favor. Make sure you guys start tagging folks, letting people know that we are officially live. You guys can jump on in and start tagging yourself so we can get this good old algorithm rocking and rolling. What's up, Carl to the D in the house? We got Katie in the house. What's happening? What's going on? As you guys are tuning in, please, please, please drop a comment and also get to tagging, my friends. Get to tagging. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just going to take a second here and tag a few more folks. What's up, Ian? What's going on? Who else is here, guys? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Drop some comments, man. Drop some comments. Drop some comments. Let's go. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome stuff right there. All right, guys. Tonight we're going to talk about how to maximize your commissions, how to maximize your commissions. And now a lot of you guys already know this inside tip, but then again, a lot of you guys do not know this inside tip. And this is something that a lot of the top leaders do. And everybody has the ability to do this. Every single person here that's watching this broadcast right now has the ability to do this. All right. But you guys just got to get going and get out there and go take action. So I got a question for you. All right. So a question. What if you could increase your earnings by 10, 20, 30, 50, even 75%, right? What if you could increase your earnings up to 75% by taking the same amount of action? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? Yes or no? Comment yes or no. If you guys could literally take the same amount of action that you're taking right now, and you could increase your earnings by up to 75%, would you want to do that? Yes or no? Okay. Pretty simple question, right? I mean, simple question, right? That's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to break it down. I'm going to show you how not only I do it, Kirsty does it, Bill does it, many people on our team do it, but I'm going to show you guys how to take the same efforts, doing the same old stuff that you're doing right now, doing the daily disciplines, getting out there, taking action, driving leads, getting sales. But I'm going to show you how to do that and get the most out of your account. All right. And I'm going to show you some examples that I think you guys are going to like, and it's going to take obviously a little time, a little patience, effort, energy, dedication, all of those good things. But I'm literally just going to break it all down for you. And I'm going to show you exactly what I have been doing literally since day one, And I've actually done some YouTube videos on this, and don't mind me. I'm just going to be over here tagging a few folks here. So just getting some more people in here, get this puppy going. Let's see if we can hit up over 30 today. Boom. Look at that. Thank you for tagging so many people, Kirsty. Appreciate that. All right. All right. All right, guys, keep tagging, keep tagging, keep tagging. Let's get this agenda. Let's get this algorithm rocking and rolling here. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, And I'm going to give you guys first, I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up obviously I'm going to pull up my members area. I'll show you what's up over there. And then I'm going to pull up a second members area. Okay. So here we go. Let me share my screen. Boom. There we go. So this is my members area. And today is Tuesday, also known as Taco Tuesday, my friends. So here we go. Results not typical. So my friend, don't be typical. As of today already, we are at just shy of $600 in commission so far for the week. And as you can see right here, right in the middle of your screen, I've only, and I say only, like this is a really light week for me. I have only sponsored 3 people this week. And for me, that's very light. That is a very, very light week. But keep in mind, like I'm going through an email overhaul right now. I'm literally going through an entire email overhaul where I'm taking literally every single list that I have and I'm sorting it, condensing it. I'm rerouting every single list through a brand new funnel, through a brand new email sequence. And that has taken me away from sending out my standard daily broadcast, where normally I would be broadcasting anywhere between 25 to 30,000 people per day. And obviously a lot of sales come from those emails. And I have not been doing that really for the last 4 to 5 days. So for me, 3 sales so far this week, that's very soft. That's very, very, very soft. However, I'm still at, as you can see here, I'm still at about $600 in commissions for the week. And the beautiful part about this, my friends, is this is mostly matrix. This is mostly team efforts. This is also known as the big L word. It's called leverage. Okay. That's what, and I'm loving my ability to kind of just write on the screen here. It's called leverage, my folks. That's where most of these commissions right here are coming from. The efforts of they're coming from the team. Because again, I only have 3 sales. So where are all the other commissions coming from? They're coming from the team. And this is what happens when you stay consistent and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you don't quit and you don't give up and you don't give up on yourself. You don't give up on your future, your family, all those good things. Okay. You can build a team and earn massive residual commissions every single week, every single day for that matter. Okay. So quick snapshot of what's going on so far this week. And everybody here has that potential. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys a second account. This is my account. We're going to go over here and we're going to look at, this is my wife's account. Okay. So right over here, you can see where it says, hi, Katie. That's her. She is a gold director. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and, let me blow this up for you on the screen so you guys can see this a little bit bigger here. Okay. So my wife, her account is she is a gold director. Okay. Gold director, 8 so far, 8 personals. Okay. 8 personals, nothing crazy, but look at the time frame. Okay. You guys see the time frame here? This account was started on November 6th. When did I start? We'll go back to my screen. I started November 5th. I started November 5th. My wife's account started November 6th. So literally the very next day. Okay. So that's what's going on over here. But here's where it gets really cool. Okay. So this account, no sales this week. Check it out. Pay attention. This account, this is my second account. So far for the week, again, it's Tuesday, right? Because we're doing Teachable Tuesday. So far this week, $115 in commissions, $115 with no sales. You guys see that? 0 sales and $115 in commissions, which means what? Who can tell me what that means? Where are these commissions coming from? Okay. So if she doesn't have, if this account, forget about who it is. If this account doesn't have any sales this week so far, zero, like zero sales for the week, where are these commissions coming from? Jonathan, yes. Shelly, yes. The team, the matrix, the people down below her. Okay. So I want you guys to think about something. I'm taking the same amount of effort. I'm not trying to build two accounts. I'm just running one account. I'm running my main account right now. Okay. But what happens is I keep placing people underneath my wife's account. And because my wife's account is qualified. Okay. So pop quiz. All right. Pop quiz. In order for you to qualify for at least 10 levels deep in your matrix down below you, in order for you to qualify and earn commissions, just like this account is right here, how many people do you personally have to sponsor to qualify to earn from the matrix below you? How many people do you have to sponsor? Okay. Nope, it's not 5. Not 6. Yes, Jonathan, 2. You only have to sponsor 2 people in order to qualify for the team below you. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you have, 1 person below you or you have 1,000 people below you. Doesn't matter. 1 person or 1,000, as long as you have 2 personally sponsored people, you qualify to earn off of every single person down below you. So check this out. So this account, again, has 8 personally sponsored. But the very first thing I did when I brought this account in back in November, the very first thing that I did was try to instantly get those 2 sales. So this account could be qualified for commissions. Okay. So here's what's cool is now this account is literally earning several $100s. Again, keep in mind, today is only Tuesday and this account is already at $115. So realistically, where's it going to be by the end of the week? Probably going to be north, I would say realistically between $400 to $600, somewhere in that range, $400 to $600. And the beautiful part, guys, is it's going to be at $400 to $600 per week with just residuals, just residual income. So now check it out. We'll go over here and I'll show you this account. You guys can see it right here. Okay. This account has 635 people. Now let me break it down even further. Okay. Here's where it's going to get really fun. Of these 635 people, about, give or take, not an exact number, but if I were to guess, I would say about 50% of those 600 plus people are either platinum or titanium. Platinum or titanium. That is a strategy that I have been using ever since November. Okay, ever since November. Meaning that for me, it's the same amount of effort, guys. You can run 2 accounts with the same amount of effort that you run 1 account. And I'll get into this and I'll get into the how-tos and the specifics and kind of show you guys some strategies behind the strategies. Okay. But here's what I was doing since November. Anytime that I got a platinum member, where did it go? It went under my wife's account. Anytime I got a gold member, it went anywhere else. It went anywhere else. Okay. And you guys can all model this. You guys can all mirror this same exact process that I'm doing right now. Don't expect, an overnight success. Don't expect, the second account to just take off. This has been slowly building like a 401k. And anyone that's built a 401k or a Roth IRA, you guys know those things take time. It takes time. I've been building this second account since November. It's May. Okay. But again, anytime for me in my personal account, anytime I sponsor a platinum or titanium, it goes right down here underneath my wife's account. Why? Now, why would I want to do that? Why would I put the platinums and titaniums under my wife's account and the golds everywhere else? Well, it's really simple. Okay. When I'll ask you guys, okay, let's test your knowledge. For a gold, a residual gold matrix commission, how much money is that? So if you have a gold underneath you, wherever you are, if you have a gold underneath you and they renew and they're not sponsored by you, in other words, they're not in your unilevel, they're not sponsored by you. When that gold renews, how much money do you guys get? Okay. So in other words, if I place a gold member down underneath you and they renew next month, how much money do you guys get? How much is it? Let me know. Drop a comment. How much is it, guys? If I place a gold member down underneath you, so it means it's not in your unilevel and they're not sponsored by you or anywhere in your line of descent. It means I just place them under you. How much do you get? Exactly. Jamie, Jonathan, right. The J team. Triple J, Jason, right. You get $1. Okay. Now, if I place a platinum member underneath you and they renew the next month, how much money can you get? All right. So again, if I place a platinum member under you and they renew every single month, how much money do you get when that platinum member renews? This is your matrix residual. How much is that? Jonathan, yes, $5. $5. Tim, correct. Okay. Now, all right. So for every gold, right? For every gold, that's $1. For every platinum, that is $5. All right. Now, last question. You guys should know the math here. How much do you get if I place a titanium down underneath you? How much money do you guys get in a residual? So again, you never sponsored them. They're not in your unilevel. They're just placed underneath you, but you can earn from them. How much money do you guys get? Yeah. $10, $10. We'll round it up. $10, right? So think about this. Every platinum and titanium that I've gotten pretty much since November, with a few exceptions, pretty much since November, has gone into this account. Okay. So what that means is most of, like I said, about 50%, all right, 50% at least minimum of this 635, because there, I mean, obviously there's golds in here. People come in at gold as people that are building their own teams down in this 635 somewhere. You know, there's plenty of golds. There's plenty of gold, but there's a lot of platinum and titanium, right? So from a matrix residual, right? What would you guys rather have? What would you rather have? A $1 residual, a $5 residual, or a $10 residual? Simple question, right? What would you rather have? $1, $5, or $10 residual? Okay. Pretty obvious question that I really don't need to ask, but you know, just for fun. So that's what's been going on here. Okay. And that's why this account right now is starting to earn several $100s per week, because the majority of the members, the team that is down underneath this account is platinum and titanium. Obviously, like I said, there are some golds down there, but that's what's going on. All right. So let me show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to bust out the whiteboard. Okay. Here we go. So now I'm going to give you guys some examples here. Okay. Show you guys like what this looks like on paper. And you guys have some ideas. So let's just say that, and this is, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did. And you guys can mirror this. If you're not doing this already, you guys can go kind of clone and mirror this process. So here's you. Okay. I'm just going to put a big Y There's you right there, right? Now, underneath you, you're allowed 3 people directly underneath you in your matrix, 3 people directly underneath you. Okay. So I have, we'll just call it account number 1 over here. I got account number 2 right here. Okay. And then over here, boom, I'm going to put a K because this is Katie. This is my wife's account. All right. Wife's account right here. So what happens is if I get a gold, boom, and I go to place them, I'm going to place them under this leg, or I'm going to place them under this leg. So boom, if I get a gold, we'll just pop it right there. Okay, there goes a gold. Let's say I get another gold. Boom, there goes another gold right there. Okay, boom, popping that in there. And so on and so forth. Anytime I get a gold, it goes under my first or my second leg. So that's what I'm doing right now. And that's what I've been doing pretty much since November. Anytime I get a gold, it goes under my first or my second leg. Anytime I get a platinum or titanium member, I place it right here. And if I had someone in my placement area, I would show you guys this live. But again, I've made plenty of YouTube videos on this, breaking this down. I'm just showing you guys like kind of on a map here on paper what it looks like. So as an example, let's say tonight I sponsor a titanium member. Well, boom, I'm going to place that person underneath my wife's account. Boom, there's a titanium. And that is also specifically for my wife's account. Okay. If it's a titanium, let me erase that. Hang on. If it's a titanium, that's $10 for my wife's account every single month from that titanium. Let's say I get a platinum, same thing. Place that under my wife's account. There's a P for platinum. Every time that person renews, that's $5. It's $5 over and over again. So the larger, and if you guys look at it here, you got your first leg here. Okay. First leg here, second leg here. This third leg is where most of the money is. Okay. My third leg, or, you know, the leg underneath my wife's account, is where the majority of the money is. That is, you know, the money that basically I'm generating every single month. The majority of that money is coming from one leg. Okay. Because that's the strategy. So that way it doesn't matter for me. I can put platinums and titaniums anywhere in my matrix, and I'm still going to make the same amount of money. However, the difference is, and this is where the difference can be for you, if you guys have created a second account, is you guys can take this second account. Now, this account earns very high significant residuals because the majority of the people down under this account are platinum or titanium. Okay. I don't know the exact number, but it's a good amount. Okay. And if I were to look at the ratio, it would probably be literally close to 50%, maybe even a little more. Okay. So this account, you know, the K account, my wife's account, gets a significant amount of residuals every single month, and really every single day on average. I mean, it's about $30 to $40 a day in just matrix pay. $30 to $40 a day in just matrix pay without sponsoring anyone. So if you think about it, I'm earning money, my wife's account, AKA, I'm earning money on the second account simply, you guys ready for this? This is the big aha moment. Simply by running my main business. You guys get that? So I'm over here building this main business. All of my traffic, all of my links, all of my everything goes to my main account. When I sponsor someone, I place them down under my other account when it's a platinum or a titanium. Okay. Now, in the beginning, here's the hint. Here's the hint. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase all of this. And I know it's pretty. Take a screenshot if you need to. Okay. but I'm going to clear that out. So here's what happens. So let's say I'm out there driving traffic on TikTok. Okay. I'm driving traffic on YouTube Shorts, right? YouTube Shorts. I'm driving traffic on Instagram, right? I'm driving traffic through Traffic Authority, TA, and I'm also driving traffic on YouTube. So in other words, I have links out in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different spots, right? I got my main link out there, my main link. Okay. So this is how you can literally put in the same amount of effort and build 2 accounts. Okay. So all I do is I use a link rotator. So let's just say I have my main link right here. Everyone's going to my main link. You know, it doesn't matter where they're coming from. If it's TA traffic, if it's social media, it's Instagram, it's TikTok, it's Facebook, whatever. You got people that are going to your main link, right? So all I do is I create either a rotator link, or if I want to get that account, you know, it's two qualifying, members, the link is the same. And the link might, let's just say the link is a domain, right? Let's say I'm using a domain, and you guys could be doing the same thing here. So like, it could be like your domain.com, right? Maybe that's it. So you're sending people to yourdomain.com. And then what happens is your domain, I create a rotator. So your domain splits 2 different links. I have my link, and then I have, which stands for D, right? And then I have my wife's link over here. All the traffic keeps flowing to the same link, same link, same link. Nothing has to change. I'm still putting in the same amount of effort. The only thing I do is I throw in a little rotator. So my domain right here, all it does is it forwards, and it 50-50 splits 2 different links on the back end. Okay. 2 different links on the back end. You can do this multiple different ways. You can do this in, you know, if you have a Traffic Authority account and you have Traffic Optimizer, you guys can use Traffic Optimizer. You can create a link rotator. If you guys have ClickMagick, you guys can go create a link rotator. And I'm sure there's free tools out there where you can go create a link rotator. It's relatively simple to do. Or what you can do is you can go to Google or YouTube and say, how do I create a link rotator? I'm sure you guys can figure that out. Do you guys have access to the internet? Do you guys have access to the internet? If so, you guys can figure out how to create a link rotator. So again, all your traffic is just going literally to one link, and you're able to effectively promote 2 different accounts at the same time. And then here's what you do. Here's what I do. Once this account qualifies for commissions, once it qualifies for matrix pay, in other words, you have your two personally sponsored people, then what I'll do is I shut off the percentage that's going to this other account. I shut that off, and I put all of it to my main account. Okay. Once that other account qualifies for commissions, right? So there you go. That, my friends, is how you literally maximize your commissions. Okay. That is how you do it. So you guys got any questions on that? You guys got like thoughts, questions? I know, you know, Kirsty's got a second account. Bill's got a second account. Catherine's got a second account. Jason, Jonathan, many of you guys have second accounts. Follow this strategy as you guys are getting out there in your building. Anytime you get a gold, okay, put it down. I don't know if I can, let me see if I can actually pull up the drawings again. I might be able to. I think I can. So anytime you guys get platinums and titaniums, you put it down. Look at that. Anytime you guys get platinums and titaniums, you put it into your underneath your second account. Now, here's a reality. A lot of you guys might say, well, hey, I want to do a second account, but my first 3 levels are taken, right? Oh, my first 3 spots are taken. What do I do then? Well, the reality is then you just put that second account as close to you as possible. You put it as close to you as possible. And then the process is exactly the same. The process after that is exactly the same. So if you can't put that second account like like directly underneath you, don't fear, like don't worry about that. It's not the end of the world. The point is placing the real point here is placing platinums and titaniums down under that second account versus, everybody, So again, the strategy here is you place your golds everywhere else. You place your platinums and titaniums under that second account. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? If that makes sense, comment makes sense down below. All 33 of you guys on right now. If that makes sense, comment makes sense. Okay. So I realize that some of you guys have a lot of spillover. Okay. Some of you guys have a lot of spillover. So you're not going to be able to, if you haven't created the second account yet, you're not going to be able to put it directly underneath you in your matrix. It's going to be further down. They might be on your 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 6th level. But the beauty is once you place them, the process is exactly the same. You still place your platinum and titaniums under that other account. Okay, cool. All right, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So if you guys have questions, let's open it up. If you guys have any questions, pop a question down below. It could be about what we talked about tonight. It could be about anything really. But I do want to bring up a couple things. Number one, we obviously have an event. We have an event coming up. We have a live event coming up in June in Atlanta. My flights are booked. The hotel's booked. We're getting ready. We had a meeting last night, myself and several other top leaders inside of Savings Highway. We had a meeting to talk about what is going to be going down, some of the actual, I guess you can call them like some of the presentations at this event. And I'm not going to give it away, but this event's going to be pretty cool, guys. It's going to be really like a really special event. So you guys definitely want to get there, do whatever you can, get your tickets. You can still use the promo codes, get a discount, all that good sort of stuff. So get out there and go do whatever you can. And I know, trust me, you're preaching to the choir, but a lot of people will say like, oh, I can't afford to go. It's the easiest when it comes to events. It's the easiest excuse to come up with is I can't afford to go. But I want you guys to think about something. I want this to stick with you a little bit. You can't afford not to go. Like you really can't afford not to go, because what you're going to get out of that event, the people that you're going to meet, the energy, trust me when I tell you, the energy in the room is going to be something that you've never experienced before. You flat out, you literally just have never experienced that sort of thing before. When you're in the same room with everybody that is just as passionate, if not more passionate than you are about what you're pushing, what you're advertising, what you're excited about, what you're building for you and your family. When you get into a room with that, it's life-changing. It's literally life-changing. So for that alone is awesome. Then you literally get to network and rub elbows, and you get to hang out with Bill and Kirsty and Steve and me and all the other, like you get to meet us like in the flesh. We'll like go have a drink and hang out and like have a good time. Like and you guys ready for this? I just shared this yesterday. Okay. We now have an official team swag store. And if anybody has any really good ideas and you guys want to see like some type of swag in here, like a specific type of item, a certain type of hat, whatever, pens, pencils, I don't know, like notebooks or whatever, we can add stuff in here, guys, anytime we want. Like we have free reign with this, but we are all going to be, everyone on our team is going to be wearing our team swag, and we're all going to get a big group picture. It's going to be awesome. You guys can see right here on the back of the shirt. Okay. It's going to have the hashtag team. I know it's a little tough to see right now, but it is going to have the hashtag team unstoppable right there. Kind of goes with our theme song. You know what I mean? See ya, unstoppable. So everyone there, I would encourage you guys, if you guys are going to go hit up the swag store, go get yourself a shirt, and we will see you at the event. But I mean, it's just, you really try to rule out that excuse of like, I can't afford to go, and find a way. Just find a way, because it will be life-changing. And it could shift your business. It could realistically shift your business in such a huge positive direction that you didn't even know was possible until you actually went to the event. Because believe it or not, like when you go to events, and Bill will tell you this, and anyone that's been to a real live event, Carl's been to events, Janet's been to events. I've been to a ton of events, but like the real magic, mark my words when I say this, the real magic that goes on at an event is not during the actual presentation itself. It's when you're off at lunch, when you're out to dinner, when you're on break and you're out in the hallway and you're rubbing elbows with top leaders, you're rubbing elbows with like $1 million earners, you're rubbing elbows with 6-figure earners, you're talking to the CEO, or you're talking to VPs or anything like that. Like that's where like the real awesomeness happens, when you get to build those relationships and you get to meet people face to face. Like that's what really makes it truly special. Okay. So I'm going to go back through. I think I saw some questions coming in. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I got everybody. If anyone asks a question in here, are we allowed to open another account with the same person or self? It just has to, as far as I know, you can have multiple accounts per household. It just has to have a different social security number or tax ID. You can't have the same tax ID on like the same account. Like you can't have like 2 accounts with the same exact information. You got to have 2 different tax IDs. As far as I know. Okay. You can always email support too. Double check. Do you have an account for your wife to advertise? Yeah, Susan, that account that I showed you, that was at $115. That's the account that it's just like your account. It's the same exact thing. It has an affiliate link. And that's what I was talking about when I was splitting, driving traffic, where all my clicks, people are going and they're looking at my capture page and my sales page. When I split it 50-50, one link is mine, one link is hers. It's the same exact thing, right? So hope that answers your question. Okay. Oops. Hey now. Yeah, exactly. So to Stephen's point and question there, you could have one account with a social security number and then one account with a tax ID. So if you guys have like an LLC or an S Corp or something like that, you can set up an account with your social, and then you could set up a second account with like a tax ID from an LLC, right? You could do that. So good question there. No, I don't. No, Susan, to answer your question, no, like I don't market. And this is what I meant. If you go back and pay attention to what I said earlier, it's the same amount of effort. It's literally the same amount of effort for just marketing my account, except I can market 2 accounts. I'm using the same link. So I'm just making videos for me. I'm not making videos for, multiple people. I'm making one video, one link that goes out there on Facebook, YouTube, traffic, wherever. It's just one link is all I'm promoting. Okay. So yeah, I'm not making, it's not, you might be confused thinking like, if you look at like TikTok, like I don't have accounts for me and accounts for her. No, I still have just me. It's just my accounts. And I do have multiple TikTok accounts, but I'm still marketing out there on TikTok. But when I send people to a link, it's got both of our links in it. It's got my link and her link in it, and it just rotates through those links. So same amount of effort by me. I'm not creating an additional accounts like social media accounts. I'm still putting in the same effort that I would. I'm just rotating two different Savings Highway account links. That's it. Okay. Now, could you go out and create multiple social media accounts? Sure. But again, that's more effort. It's more effort. If you want to put in more effort and stretch yourself thin, go right ahead. But how I was describing this earlier and how I set this up in the beginning is it's the same amount of effort to promote two accounts as it is to promote one account. It's the same amount of effort. You're still out there doing your daily disciplines, working your business. The only difference is you're just promoting two links instead of one, right? And then once that second account gets qualified, once that second account gets two personally sponsored people, you can just shift it and then just put all your, all your attention towards your one main account, and then do what I'm doing, which is anytime I sponsor a platinum or titanium, they go down underneath my wife's account. Gold members go elsewhere. That's it. That's all I've been doing, right? All I've been doing. It's a great way for you to double dip on your team. It's a great way to just create that second account. And like Bill said earlier in the comments, like he uses it as like basically like a slush fund, and for us, and I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen is what we're going to do very, very soon is we are going to buy a brand new vehicle, and I'm going to take all my Savings Highway money. As a matter of fact, somebody just placed somebody right now. So, hey, Carl, my man, congratulations to Carl Douglas. He just got a platinum sale and just placed a platinum member. So congratulations to Carl. Everybody tag Carl. Shout out to Carl. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Savings Highway money between both accounts. We're going to go buy a brand new vehicle, and we're going to pay for probably about 50, anywhere between 40 to 50% of it. We're going to make a big, chunky, hefty down payment. And then we're going to finance out the rest. But the beautiful part is we're going to finance out the rest. And guess what? My wife's account, that Visa debit card, is going to be the monthly payments for a brand new car. So, and obviously right now, if that account is making $400 to $500 per week. So think about this. If that account's making $400 to $500 per week, then what's that? Anywhere between, $1,500 a month or so, give or take, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on the month. That's $1,500 every single month that we're going to set aside. That's an automatic car payment. Doesn't come out of our bank account. We don't have to charge it on a credit card. And now we have a brand new vehicle that's paid for by Savings Highway. And it's paid for completely on a monthly basis out of that second account. Doesn't touch our bank account. Right? So that's how we're going to play. And that's realistically, when I set this up back in November, that was the intention back in November. I knew that at some point this year, we were going to need a new vehicle. And my truck, which is, I'm not even kidding you, on its last leg, we're going to be getting a new vehicle very, very soon. And this week, I'm actually going to be donating my truck. Believe it or not, I'm actually donating my truck to my old high school, because my high school is a vocational high school and they have an automotive and an auto body department. And they take free donations so they can work on it with the students. So I'm actually going to donate my truck to my old high school so they can go work on it and try to fix it and do whatever to it. So anyway, long story short, that's what's going on right there. So there you have it, guys. If you guys have any more questions, do me a favor, pop a question in there. Other than that, we're going to wrap it up. I got to get to another meeting tonight. Okay. If you guys have any more questions, I'll hang out here for another minute. So if, again, guys have a question, pop it in. Other than that, my friend, it's another Teachable Tuesday in the books. Got a little splash. Hope you guys got value from tonight. And I hope you guys take action and get out there and go create that second account. Because you can literally over time, again, for me, it's been what, like 6 months now? I've been building that second account for 6 months. But the beauty is, like, this is what I really need you to understand is it's been the same amount of effort. I'm not out there trying to juggle 2 social media profiles, 2 YouTube accounts, 2 TikTok accounts, 2 Instagram accounts. No, I'm putting in the same amount of effort to go build my main business. And I'm able to build 2 accounts and create an entirely separate income stream that is now just like cranking out residual income every single day and every single week because of the efforts that I've built up over the last 6 months. You guys all have the ability to do that. Every single one of you has the ability to do that. Okay. So I'd strongly suggest if you don't have a second account, might want to go create a second account. Might want to get it rocking. Okay. All right, cool guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I don't see any questions coming in. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in on this hashtag Teachable Tuesday. If you guys catch the replay, in other words, if you look up and that live logo is not right there, you don't see that live logo. We're not live. We are, you guys are watching the replay. So put a hashtag replay once you make it all the way through this video, boost that back up of the algorithm so other people can see this Teachable Tuesday and they can learn what we talked about tonight. So that is it, my friends. We will catch you guys later. Have an awesome evening and we'll see you soon. See you guys on Focus Friday.